What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. So as you probably already know, numbers, calculating and crunching numbers is probably one of the most important parts of any business. Making sure that you are making profit on each and every single sale on Amazon FBA is vital to the longevity of your business. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're not knowing your numbers, if you don't know how to calculate them, if you don't know what your gross profit margins are, you may very well be selling a product and actually making a loss on each and every single item. So in today's video, what I wanted to do is show you a tool that I used to use when I was a very beginner, just like you guys, most of you at the moment, where I actually used to calculate how much gross profit will I be able to make if I sell this particular product, what will the fulfillment fees cost be, what will be the gross profit margins, and so on. Now, before we get into the video, I have to let you guys know that this is not the final net profit figure. There are many other things that you have to kind of take into consideration to actually calculate the net profit, such as potentially your own salary, such as Amazon PPC, such as storage costs, such as various other things as well. However, when it comes to the very beginning, when it comes to doing your product research and you need to try and figure out is there any profit to be made? Is there any gross profit to be made at all? Because some niches, you won't actually even be able to find a product that you can make any even gross profit, just sales minus cost of sales type of profit. So you need to figure out if you can make a gross profit, and then how much net profit at the very end of the month will you actually be able to keep. So in this video, I will actually show you a tool and go through it with you to make sure that you don't miscalculate something and then come in for a big surprise once the products actually have arrived into the Amazon FBA warehouse and you realize that the fees are completely different to what you were expecting them to be. With that being said, guys, if you are interested in selling on Amazon, then please don't forget to check the links down below for my personal mentorship, where I actually guide you one-on-one through every single step of Amazon FBA to make sure you don't make any new seller type of mistakes. Otherwise, guys, if you're interested in selling on Amazon, but you're running on a relatively lower budget, then please don't forget to check the links down below for Helium 10, the best product research tool out there, or Tide, the perfect business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA business. With that being said, guys, let's get straight to the video. Right, guys, so for today's video, what we're going to be doing is using the Amazon's revenue calculator to calculate our gross profit for any sort of product that we're trying to sell on Amazon FBA. Now, what's important here, guys, to know is that when it comes to figuring out these sorts of costs, a lot of new sellers actually make a grave mistake of actually not choosing the correct product. Now, what they say here, first things first, as you can tell, is find your product on amazon.co.uk. The truth is, for most of us that haven't actually sold this product on amazon.co.uk, we won't be able to find it. So what we have to do is come and find across a product that is very similar to the one that we are trying to sell. Now, what's important here, guys, is the product itself doesn't have to be exactly the same, but what it does need to be, it has to be as close as possible in regards to the product's dimensions, i.e. the measurements of the actual product, as well as the weight of the product as well. There are some cases where a student of mine has actually found a comparative product, but it turned out to be exactly the same product, but 3 times as small. And as you can imagine straight away, the fulfillment fees are going to be different, the referral fees are going to be different, and so on and so forth. You have to find a product that's got the same dimensions as well as the same weight, or at least close by. So then you don't have any sort of nasty surprises once the product has arrived and the first order comes through and you realize that the fulfillment fees are far higher than what you would have expected. And for this example, what we're going to be doing is finding a product that is similar to ours, hopefully, which is a nice yoga mat effectively. And as you can see straight away, it shows you the important parts, and that is the ASIN, of course, and then the packaging dimensions. This is what is used to find out the fulfillment fee as well as the unit weight, which is around 1 kilogram. So as long as you can find a product that is something similar to this on Alibaba, then you know for a fact that the fulfillment fees you're about to find out are going to be quite similar, and therefore you can accurately predict what your gross profit should be like. So as we come down, as you can see straight away, we have to choose between your fulfillment and Amazon fulfillment. Now, for most of us watching this video, Amazon fulfillment would be the option that we're most likely to go for, because we are going to be sending these products to Amazon and getting Amazon fulfillment centers actually fulfill these orders for us. Whereas your fulfillment basically means that we have to get the order ourselves, pick and pack these products, send them to the post office and get them delivered to the customer. We are responsible for the delivery as opposed to Amazon. And that is really, really important, because in the very beginning you may think, well, I want to try and save on costs, I'm going to fulfill all the products myself. However, guys, remember, you are running a business here, and the idea of a business is to grow it exponentially as fast as possible. Now, fulfilling 5 orders a day may not be much of a problem, but what about fulfilling 50 orders or 100 orders, or in my case now around 2 to 250 orders a day? That for one person is practically impossible, at least in my opinion, which is why we have to think long term, which is why we need to think about maybe we should use the Amazon fulfillment network that Amazon has invested billions in to make sure that the products get delivered on time without any issues whatsoever, and we don't have to worry about it. So back onto the actual video. In item price, first things first, we need to decide on what product price we're going to be actually selling these products at. So for this example, I'm just going to choose a nice $19.99 example. Okay, the next thing here is shipping to Amazon. Now, what's important here to distinguish is shipping to Amazon means shipping from your storage here in the UK or your house or whatever into Amazon. Okay, so in most cases this will be done by UPS, and what you need to find out is how much that shipping is going to cost per product. Okay, you can't put in the total product cost here. So for example, if UPS is charging you, let's say £30 or for sending 300 of yoga mats, then you have to basically divide 30 by 300 to find out what the actual shipping price per product is to the Amazon FBA warehouse, which in this case would be around 10 pence. Okay, so let's just put 10 pence here. Now, the next thing we have to choose is actually the average inventory units stored. Okay, now I personally leave this blank, and the reason why I leave this blank is because it's almost impossible to know what the average unit storage is going to be at Amazon. And at the end of the day, calculating gross profit, which is what we're trying to do in this video, is simple: sales minus the cost of sales equals gross profit. Okay, so sales minus cost of sales, which includes the product cost from China as well as the Amazon fulfillment fees, what do we get at after those two costs are taken away? And this is what we're trying to figure out. This does not include things as storage, things like PPC advertising, things like advertising outside of Amazon, and various other things. It doesn't even include your own salary, taxes. We're just trying to calculate the gross profit, and in most cases we want to get a gross profit of at least 100%. i.e., if we spend £5 on a product, we want to get at least £5 back in profit. So we get the original 5 back and we get another 5 in profit. Okay, so for this example, we're just going to choose what I've actually had a friend of mine actually sell yoga mats, and he was selling this something for £4.95. This is how much he actually bought it from the Alibaba supplier. Okay, now what's important with cost of product is you have to actually calculate the cost of product as well as the shipping price. Okay, so when the supplier tells you the cost of product, you have to add the shipping price to it, add the two prices together, and then divide it by the amount of units you're actually sending to the UK, to your storage room or whatever. So let's say your product is £1,000 for 500 units, another £1,000 for the shipping price. The total cost is £2,000. Okay, now if you're sending 500 units, that is £2,000 divided by 500 equals to £4. Okay, but in this case we're going to choose £4.95 because I believe this is a bit more of a realistic figure. And once we click calculate, we see that the net profit margin is around 31% and the net profit is £6.31, which is really good in this case because we spend £4.95, and after all the fees that have come out, we are getting £4.95 back plus £6.31. So the ROI is actually above 100%. It's roughly around 120, 130, which is a great deal, at least in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check the links down below for my own personal mentorship, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.